So how do I deal with energy vampires? Hey guys, it's John out here on the back deck with my beautiful mug of coffee, enjoying an overcast day, watching the clouds rolling over. I wanted to hop on and talk about energy vampires. Somebody mentioned energy vampires to me the other day on a comment, and I thought this is a perfect topic to talk about. Energy vampires. Listen to that label, energy vampires. Now, what does that label bring to mind for you? An evil being who's just sucking your energy out of you. Someone who is literally drawing everything away from you. I don't like to use the term energy vampire. I don't ever use the term energy vampire for my life because I don't believe in such things. I think that there are people in the world who are negative, and if I allow myself to be drawn into their negative, then I will become diminished because I gave them permission to draw me down. Right? People come to me negative, I walk away. People come to me negative. If I can see an end to change them to positive, that's what I do. If I can help them alleviate their fear, that's what I do. But I'm never drained by someone because the second I start to feel bad around someone, I either fix the situation or remove myself from the situation. There's no such thing as an energy vampire. And the idea of believing in vampires in general is putting your faith in mythology. It's putting your faith in, and I know you're using it as just a title for something. It's just people in the world who are highly negative. But when you look at it from the perspective of no one can drain you without your permission, that means that you're the vampire. You're the one allowing yourself to be drained. You're the one who is putting yourself in a position where negative people can affect you in that way. This is one of the traits of an empathic person is they feel like they're out of control of their emotions because they're feeling other people's emotions. They're feeling the negativity of others. So how do you solve this situation? As I've said in other videos, just remember the term "that's theirs, not mine." Start with that. That's theirs, not mine. You feel the negativity coming off somebody, look at them and say, that's theirs, not mine. You're driving down the road and someone cuts you off in traffic. Do you cuss at them or do you scream names at them? Do you flip them the bird? Or do you say, God, I feel so sorry for them that they're so stressed that they had to do something like that? Because that's what's going on is they are in anxiety and stress in some form. And a lot of people say, well, sometimes they're just racing and having fun. Well, they're racing and having fun because they're feeling powerful, beating someone else. So that is the need to beat someone else. That is the fear of not being loved, being expressed with a gas pedal. And when you look at it from the perspective of that's their fears, their anxieties, and I'm not succumbing to their expression of life, I'm living my own. I'm in charge of my emotions. I'm in charge of my life. Energy vampires, number one, once again, non-existent, but number two, they're just people who are living in their own fears and they're don't feel in control of their fears. The best thing you can do in those situations is be the bright spot so they're not fearful, but don't be their crutch, because becoming someone's crutch, meaning I come to you because you make me feel better. And a lot of times they come to you because you make them feel better because they can spew all their negativity on you and they feel better walking away, feeling lighter because you're sitting there going, I'm so sorry. And you're commiserating with them and they're mistaking that commiseration with a form of love that allows them to exhale for a second. You have become their addiction. And so when you look at it from the perspective of no one can take anything from me without my permission, and you look at the perspective of negative people simply being fearful, you suddenly start to realize that I'm in complete control of my life and they're in complete control of their life, but they're choosing to be negative. I don't have to let them and their experience affect mine. I don't have to give that permission to affect my life. There's no such thing as an energy vampire. And I really wish the people would stop using the term, because it doesn't do anything but escalate the feeling of negativity. It puts more fear into people that there's this person who's going to suck my energy. It's not true. Nothing can be taken from you without your permission, without you succumbing to it. And when you decide that you're not someone who succumbs to that sort of thing, then your life will change. You'll never experience an energy vampire again, because now all you're doing is recognizing the fears and the anxieties that they're in, and you're not allowing their fears and anxieties to affect you. So the concept of energy vampires, it's something you have complete control over, but only if you decide to take control over it. To label it as something you're not in control of, that these negative energy vampire people are you're not in control of them and they're coming into your life. That's just fear-based living. I don't fear someone who's negative. I don't. I don't look at them in that way at all. Second, they start spewing negativity, I exhale, because when I exhale, I'm not having a fear-based reaction, which is where the term energy vampire comes from, fear-based reactions. And so I don't have that fear-based reaction. So what do? I exhale and go, what are they afraid of? And very quickly you can discover that they're afraid of not feeling powerful. They're afraid of not being loved. They're afraid of not being right. They're afraid of not having enough money. They're afraid of being unlovable. They're afraid of never finding a soulmate. They're afraid you find all these things that they're afraid of. Oftentimes they all feel like they can't get ahead in life, that they're unworthy, they have self-doubt, and they're struggling. And that's just their fear of not being loved playing out in a very big way. So it really comes down to you taking this moment and saying, I am in control of my life, and nothing and no one can change my demeanor. Often, sometimes people will use the term with me, struggle equals growth. And to struggle is a subjective choice, because, two guys can go in the gym and lift the same amount of weight. And one guy can be cussing and cursing the whole time, saying how much he hates leg day, and screaming about how heavy the weight is, and walk out talking about how much his legs hurt. And the second guy can walk up and lift the same exact amount of weight, doing the same exact exercise, same amount of sets and reps, and walk in there going, I love leg day. My legs grow so much on this day. And then he goes over and does the same amount. I says, yeah, this is heavy. Man, my legs are growing. And he walks out of the gym feeling his legs. Tells the man, feel the growth. Feel the growth. Struggle is the subjective experience. It's a choice. First person chose to hate leg day. Second person chose to love the growth he gets from leg day. So who had a better day? Whose legs will grow further and bigger? Because your outer world is an expression of your belief. Hating leg day makes leg day a struggle, and your legs are probably not going to grow as well as the person who says, my legs are growing. And so it comes down to you not struggling with other people's faith, other people's beliefs, and other people's outcomes, and choosing your own. Choose not to struggle. Choose not to be subjected to other people's negativities. Choose to live your own loving life. And when they come up to you, don't let them sway you. So that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.